Hi everyone, it's me, B at Ikale Sunflower. So I thought I'd hop onto this hashtag that I recently saw. It's called hashtag my first names in tarot and oracle decks. And I first saw it on Tara from the Kissings and Waits channel. And I think it was her friend Steph who first initiated this hashtag. So I will add links to both videos in the description bar. So I think Steph came up with the idea via a Facebook group she was in, where people had to use their first names to kind of like choose titles of books. So she decided to do it for tarot decks. So I'm going to actually use tarot decks in this video, not oracle decks, but you can use a mixture of both. And my real name is Abosade, so that's spelled B for Bravo, O for Oscar, S for Sierra, E for Echo, D for Delta, E for Echo. So that's six letters. So I've chosen 6 tarot decks for this video. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you those decks. See you in a minute. Bye. Okay, so I've turned the camera around and let's start off with my first initial of my name. So that's B for Bravo. So for that initial, I've decided to choose this tarot deck here. It's called the Black Power Tarot Deck. I'll keep it in this nice bag. So these are the cards here. And this is a major only Marseille deck. Okay, so this deck here was created by musician King Khan, and it was illustrated by Belfast graphic designer Michael Eaton. So this is made up of like Black American musicians, comedians and activists. Okay, so let's turn these around. So this one here is the Fool, and this is supposed to be Richard Pryor. This one here is is that the Hermit, I think? Yeah, this is the Hermit. And this one is supposed to be Philip Keelan Coran. So I'll just show you a few. This is Justice. And this one here is the Chariot, which is supposed to be Little Richard. So this is my first deck for my initial B. Okay, so for my second initial, which is O for Oscar, the deck that I've chosen for that one is called the Orisha Tarot. And this was by Andrew McGregor. So this one here I've chose because I have an interest in the Orishas. My father was really heavily into the Nigerian kind of belt, the Orishas. So I'll just show you a few of these kind of cards. So you've got this one here, which is the Fool. The Nine of Cups. The Ace of Wands. And the Four of Cups. So that's the Orisha Tarot. Now for my initial S for Sierra, I'd like to use this deck here. So this is the Sakki Tarot. It's like a quirky little deck. So it's got here the Sakki Tarot by artist Monica Cleo Sakki. And it's got here incorporates the structure and divinatory meaning of traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck together with the astrology of the Kabbalah and personal symbolism. A unique addition to this deck is an extra card, the Artist, which establishes the Sakki Tarot as a tarot for the artist in each of us. So this deck is a kind of quirky deck that kind of suits my personality to a way, because people do say that I'm a bit on the quirky side that know me. Look at the gorgeous backs of this deck. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these cards. So you've got the Ace of Cups. You know, this deck has got really vibrant colours, and all the people seem to be headless. So you've got here the Two of Cups. Well, not all, I should say most of the people. You've got the King of Coins. And you've got the Star card. So that's for my initial S for Sierra. Okay, moving on to the initial E. E for Echo. I've decided to use this deck here, the Ethereal Visions deck by Matt Hughes. I've had this deck for a couple of years, and when I first got it, I couldn't pull it down. It's travelled with me to Gambia, to Nigeria, and people over there found this deck very, very fascinating. So it's a really nice deck. Look at the lovely backs of the cards. Beautiful. So it's Rider-Waite inspired. Knight of Swords. The Moon. I really love the gold kind of gilding and just the aesthetics in general. It's got like kind of like a fresh, clean look, and in some ways, to me, it's kind of biblical. So this is the kind of deck that I tend to use for people that want a gentle, softer side. And I suppose we've all got like a softer side of our personalities, and I just like the way that this card feels when I'm reading it, and it gives very nice, clean, fresh messages. Okay, so for my initial D for Delta, I've selected this deck here. It's the Dream Way Tarot, and this is by Rome Choi. So this is a quirky little deck, and again, I guess it suits aspects of my personality. People that know me well do say that I've got a quirky side. Look at the lovely backs of these cards. Aren't they lovely? It's absolutely gorgeous. So let's have a look at some of the cards. So you've got the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Star. This is a very fun deck. I do actually quite enjoy using this deck. And you've got the Hermit card. Okay, for my second initial E for Echo, I've chosen this deck here. So I absolutely adore this deck. It's kind of like, to me, based around London. That's where I grew up. I was born and raised in London. And I just love some of the scenes in this deck. It's just very London to me. So you've got the Knight of Cups, and that looks like one of the old-fashioned London undergrounds. He's busking. You've got the Queen of Blades. She looks like a GP, general practitioner or doctor. You've got the Two of Cups. Very modern, trendy deck. It's inclusive. So you've got here the Nine of Wands. And this one here, Justice. Just a very modern take of a woman trying to intervene in an argument between two people. She's trying to be fair there. So these are my decks that spell out my name. B for Bravo, O for Oscar, S for Sierra, E for Echo, D for Delta, E for Echo. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.